more than capable. Just believe it's yours and it'll be. Have faith and you'll see. There's a power deep inside. Good morning, those of you just joining us. Glad to have you with us this morning. I hope you guys have had a great week and a great weekend so far. You know how we do it. We're going to give it a couple more minutes for some people to log on, and we'll be getting started shortly. I am purpose, I am passion, I am present, I'm determined, I am strong, I am brave, I am enough. Know that it won't be easy, still I won't give up. And if you haven't already subscribed to the page, go ahead and subscribe to the page and turn your notifications on. That way you'll be notified whether I share the link with you personally or not. You'll be notified every time we go live. Good morning, Miss Sandra. It's great to have you with us. Good morning to those of you just connecting. Glad to have you with us this morning. I pray that you guys have had a great week, a great weekend. We're going to get ready to have an even better week, the upcoming one. If you ain't ready, we're going to get you ready by the end of this one. Good morning, Lucy. It's great to have you with us. So, okay, we're in the countdown. We're going to give it about 2 more minutes for a couple people to log in, and we'll go ahead and get started. Again, thanks for connecting. Give it all you got till there's nothing left. You're more than capable. Just believe it's yours and it'll be. Have faith and you'll see. There's a power deep inside you. All you gotta do. Good morning, everyone from Chris. Good morning, Crystal. Love you, beautiful. You could face anything. Just repeat after me. I am power, I am love, I am light. I am worthy, I am learning, I deserve it. I am faithful, I am able, I am fearless. Good morning, Miss Washington. Miss Robinson. I think that's you, Felicia, on Felicia's page. Y'all always trip me up on that one. Drika, good morning. Glad to have you with us. Tranja, good morning. Good morning, everyone from Tranja. Practice and trust. Visualize all your desires. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe so that you can be notified once we go live, just in case you don't get the link sent to you directly. And subscribe to the page. Buenos dias, Sheena. It's great to have you with us this morning. So yeah, subscribe to the page, turn notifications on, hit like. That way, you'll be notified once we go live. You can go back and look at the videos. My favorite person, Linda Lewis. Good morning to you. So great to have you with us this morning. Again, I pray that all of you guys have had a great weekend. And regardless of how your week was coming into the weekend, I pray that you are able to master it by the time the weekend rolled around. As you guys can see, if things look a little different for me. I probably sound a little different as well. We are
from a remote location on the East Coast. So we got this Impromptu set up. I would tell you guys who my engineer is for today, but I'm gonna leave him alone. But he's helping me. Listen, I want you guys to. Good morning, Anita. Good morning. So good to have you with us while you on your way to worship. Okay. I want you guys to continue to be praying for the different things that's going on this morning. Seen something that was heartbroken in New Mexico. There's a domestic call that went out to the police. Rashonda, good morning. The police in New Mexico, I can't remember exactly what county, what city, but they had they got a domestic call, right? During this domestic call, they somehow got the wrong address. They showed up at the wrong house, knocked on the door. Guy opens the door with his gun because it's 5 a.m. Cop shoots him down, kills him. His wife hear the shots, come see her husband dead. She has her gun. She starts firing outside. The cops are firing back at her. Luckily, she was okay, but they were at the wrong address. They were supposed to be at the house directly across the street. These things are happening more and more frequently. This is the reason why I say, you guys continue to pray, and because it's like you don't even know when it's okay to call the cops anymore. And my heart goes out to that family in New Mexico. I just can't imagine something like that happening. But there's other things going on, but that one that really caught my attention this morning. So I wanted to just put that out there for you guys to remember that family. I don't even know their name. God knows. So you guys just do what you do, and we'll pray for them. But this morning, I got something that I want to share with you guys. I think it's going to be rather encouraging. It's a passage from the Gospel of St. Luke. I'm going to go ahead and read the passage, and then I'm going to talk about the reason why I think it's important that we discuss it. St. Luke 17, verse number 12, the scripture says, "And as he entered into a certain village, there met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood afar off, and they lifted up their voice and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, Go show yourselves unto the priest. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, and with a loud voice glorified God. And he fell down on his face at his feet, giving thanks to him. And he was a Samaritan. And Jesus answered and said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? And I'm going to stop right there. The reason why I want to talk about this today is because what I am sensing, what I'm feeling is so incredible. I feel like we're in a place right now where God is really about to just give us some relief. Good morning, Annie. I think that we're about to get ready to get some relief. I think that we will be relieved from some of the strain, some of the struggles, some of the stresses, frustrations, anxieties, and stuff that we've been carrying, whether it's been emotionally, socially, or financially. I believe that relief is coming. God's going to relieve us of our burden that we've been carrying. But here's the part that you have to get. With these leperers, and I know we always have heard this passage preached in church, in traditional church, but I want to look at it from a different perspective this morning, because in this passage, these leperers, when they needed healing and relief from their disease, they were able to cry out unto the Lord. Right? They met him afar, the scripture says. And I think that we all are really good at when we need God, we know how to cry out to him. when you need relief, when you have a pain in a place that you can't touch with your hand, you know how to reach out to God. When you have things on your mind spinning more violent than hurricane winds, you know how to call up on the Lord. When it's something especially concerning like your kids that you can't do anything to help them, you know how to call on the Lord. We know how to call on the Lord whenever we need relief. Our problem is, after that, the Lord has given us the relief, or after that, the Lord has heard our cry, the way we come back and we show gratitude, the way we respond to the miracles and the blessings and the increase and the abundance, the way we respond is what I believe has to be adjusted in this season. The way that we respond. Because think about it. God has always really somehow, some way made a way for you whenever you were in need. And so with a proven record, such as the sovereign God that we serve, I think that we need to brush up on the way that we respond. And I promise you, if you begin to prepare for it, the blessings, the miracles, the healing, and the relief will be released into your life. But you have to start preparing to be grateful, to show gratitude, to be thankful. You have to start preparing to do it. And I want to challenge you this morning to start preparing to thank God for blessings and relief that's on the way. And I'm not talking about the 30 seconds of praise that we get in church on Sunday morning. We're going to take about 30 seconds. Everybody give God praise. I'm not talking about that one. I'm saying take a few days, a few weeks if you have to, and start practicing. Father, thank you for the relief that you've given me emotionally. Thank you for the financial relief you've given me. Thank you for the relief of my physical body, my health. Just start getting grateful, expressing your gratitude for what you have, and not just things. But I'm talking about relationships. Some of you guys have had relationships restored, and you need to be thankful. You need to come back because you prayed for those relationships. May have been with a son. It may have been with a daughter. It may have been with a friend. It just could have been a best friend. Could have been a spouse. Could have been an aunt, uncle, auntie, grandma. I don't know, but you know what you pray for, and God has healed those relationships. Have you gone back to say thank you? And if there are relationships that you're believing God to heal in your life, I think that right now is the perfect time for you to start practicing and disciplining yourself to have the disposition of gratitude, so that God will not look for you among the 9, but you will be the one that came back. When the one came back, God looked for the 9. So that lets us know that God is looking for us to respond in gratitude and respond in a thankful heart whenever he bless us. God is not like, okay, I blessed them. It don't matter if they come back or not. He asked the question to the leper, where are the 9? Did you know that God was looking for a response from you for the blessing that he released, for the miracle that he's giving you? He's looking for a response. That's all I'm saying to you. And I'm asking you this question. How are you going to respond? Because relief is coming. Help is on the way. I'm telling you, you got to trust me on this one. I felt that thing so strong at about 6 o'clock this morning. I was laying in bed at about 6 o'clock this morning. I heard God said, I'm getting ready to send relief. I'm getting ready to send help. I'm getting ready to send blessings. I'm getting ready to send increase. I'm getting ready to send abundance. Tell my people to be prepared and don't forget to be grateful. That's what I heard God say to me this morning. I wasn't having no thoughts. I wasn't doing nothing. I was just laying there. And the thought was so powerful until it actually woke me up out of my sleep. And so I'm saying to you guys, this is the disposition that we need to take and we need to have to be prepared to enter into this next dimension of the manifestations of God. And I think that this dimension will manifest as soon as we are prepared. But you have to be prepared. And you have to purposely be of the mindset that you're grateful. And as a matter of fact, I'll say it this way. I challenge you to be grateful already. Get grateful already. Don't wait until it happens, but just start getting grateful already. Like it's happening, like it's in progress. Get grateful. Now in everything, grateful, showing your appreciation. And some of us, we may need to go back and show our gratitude, express our gratitude for things that God has already done for us that we did not express the gratitude for. Not like we should have, because we're used to him coming through for us, and we're used to him always providing, and we're used to him blowing our mind, and we're so used to it until we lost our gratitude. But right here in the text, Luke 17 verse number 12, you guys seen it. Whenever the lepers called out to God, when the one came back, Jesus looked for the 9 that didn't. Don't be amongst the 9. Don't be amongst the 9. And your gratitude need to be just as loud as your cry was in the time of your need. I am telling you the God's honest truth this morning. Your gratitude have got to be just as loud. Your gratitude, your expression of thanksgiving has got to be just as intense as the moment that you cried out in your need. When God do it, it's not a matter of if. I'm telling you, God's going to do it. So when God do it, what will your disposition be? How will you respond to God doing it again? Like he always has, every single time, never missing a beat, always on point. How will you respond? Because to me, I was looking at a video a couple days ago, and Steph Curry was shooting threes. He started just at the bottom of the key. Those of you are familiar with basketball, and he just started shooting. He moved back all the way back to the end of the court, and consistently he hit. Now everybody know Steph is an ATM. He's not really gonna miss that much, especially with nobody guarding him. But instead of becoming familiar with the gift and his skill set, the more he do it, the more amazed we are because of his consistency. And I'm saying to you, don't get complacent. The more God bless you, the more God increase you, the more God heals you and hear you, don't get complacent. You should get more amazed. Your gratitude should get more intense. It should never be a thing where I knew God was going to do it. I was never worried about it. Yeah, you know by faith that he's going to do it. But when he does it, you need to act like you ain't know every single time. Every single time. Act like you didn't know. Act like it's the very first time that he did it. If you never lose your excitement, if you never lose your gratitude, your thankfulness for God blessing you, God will consistently bless you to the same degree every single time. And it'll increase. It'll increase. But you determine the magnitude of your experience with the power or the hand of God in your life, the impact of the hand of God. You determine that by your gratitude and your thanksgiving, as well as your expectation and also your preparation. Are you prepared for God to bless? What type of impact are you prepared for the hand of God to make on your life? Is it going to be something typical, something that you'll be like, yeah, the Lord blessed me to get a new job? Or are you prepared for God to bless you with an employment opportunity that far supersedes your expectation in a salary that you never seen coming? Or do you have enough gratitude in you to accommodate the blessing? See, because the blessing, you got to have a certain level of gratitude. Because the gratitude, we need to know what type of blessing you can handle. We need to know what type of miracle we need to know what type of touch from God you can handle. Do you have enough praise? Do you have enough gratitude? Do you have enough, I don't know, joy, thanksgiving? Do you have enough passion to express your gratitude to the equal magnitude of what God is getting ready to do, or what God is doing, or what God will do? That's the question. And I want to challenge you to begin to prepare. And I promise you, probably in the next couple of days, I'm going to start getting phone calls like every time we have this conversation. Those of you who have followed me for years, you know, every time I share something like this, we start getting the phone calls. A few days later, you guys start calling and say, hey, listen, remember when you said, let me tell you what happened. I'm telling you, I'm looking for the phone calls to start next week because I know what I heard this morning. This was not a typical, like a thought of inspiration. It wasn't a thought. It's not an inspirational thought. I'm telling you what I believe that I heard in my spirit. And I know according to my history with God, I trust it. I trust it. And I'm challenging you to do the same thing. Trust it and prepare a response of gratitude that you never had before. I'm talking about you need to have one locked and loaded. And as soon as it's locked and loaded, I promise you, you're going to see the Lord just begin to manifest. He's about to hear whatever it is that you're dealing with right now. Now is the perfect time to cry out because he's listening. But if he hears you when you cry out, after that he have sent relief and healed you, don't forget to come back and express your gratitude. That's all I'm saying to you this morning. Listen, hey, I told you guys I wasn't home. I'm on the other side of the country from where I live. And so I'm not going to keep you guys. I have a full day here. I'm not going to keep you guys long this morning. I want you all to have a great Sunday afternoon. Enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. Be prepared to go in this next week expecting God to hear and heal and restore and relieve. Go into next week expecting something from God. Next week, we're not expecting anything from anyone, but we're expecting something from God. And watch God do what he's consistently done. Except this time, I want you to do something you've never done. Be grateful like you've never, show gratitude like you never have before in this upcoming week. I promise you. I will see you guys next Sunday morning, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you need me before then, you could hit me up. You know how to hit me up. And today I want you guys to make sure that when we log off here, you go and you make your donations. You know how to do that. Go and make your donations. If you don't, hit me up and I will give you that information. But until then, I bid you all blessings and Godspeed. Let's get ready for what God's going to do in our lives. I'll see you guys soon.
I am power, I am love, I am light, I am worthy, I am learning, I deserve it, I am